Thank you very much. Look, I just want to briefly talk about two different things. I don't know if you saw in the news around a Dublin play therapy programme going to be extended up in the Ballymun area, and it's to help children deal with the impacts of homelessness. So while it is really important that this is happening and it's for children who are struggling at school, due to the situation, just for context of how it works, the students will be identified, communication is made with the child's parents, and then a play therapist is brought in to help that student. It's a really damning insight of where we are as a country, that we have to bring in play therapists into schools in order to help children process the negative emotions and the negative impact being homeless is having on that child. So while I really applaud that it's been brought in, I just think, where are we at that we have gotten to this situation where, children are struggling in school, they're, reverting into themselves, or indeed reverting out, acting out. One of the teachers there described the children become emotionally numb, or there's a sense of emptiness, almost like a paralysis, and you see the children hunched over, slow movements, eyes cast downwards, and they're really struggling. That's just really awful, and I don't even know where it is I want to go with this. I don't even know if I even want to call for a debate on homelessness or I don't even know what it is that we have to do, but I just thought it was important to put on record that the impact homelessness is having, and particularly up in Ballymun, up an area where I am, where they've identified 250 children being directly or indirectly affected by homelessness, and 300 children have been identified as needing play therapy. That is a very, very poor insight into the state of play that we have of things here in Ireland. And as I said, I don't know exactly where it is or what I'm calling for, but I just thought it was important to put that on the record. And the second thing I just very briefly want to mention is, of course, my favourite student, nurses and midwives. The McHugh report that was accepted by the Minister for Health last year was supposed to be in place by September. It is now mid-December. It hasn't been implemented. Those student nurses have been without the supports that were promised to them. We have had many debates, many discussions, motions, legislation in both houses discussing student nurses and midwives and the support that should be made available to them. And I cannot understand or comprehend how we have a Minister for Health who has agreed and accepted the recommendations from the McHugh report and promised and said that they will be in place by September, how they're not there. And we wonder, with the numbers and the figures that are coming out from the INMO, of how many student nurses are planning on emigrating, how many student nurses are not planning on staying here. And I just, again, putting it on the record, and perhaps we could write from this House to the Minister for Health and ask, when is the McHugh report going to be implemented, and when are those student nurses and midwives getting the support that they so desperately need and have been promised to them?